Does it ever feel like you're just a spectator in your own life? Like you're stuck in a loop where your biggest goals are always just over the horizon, but never actually getting any closer? You kick off the week with a huge burst of motivation, with a crystal clear picture of everything you want to get done. But by Wednesday, you're right back to your old habits, scrolling endlessly while that big project, that workout, that dream just sits there collecting dust. It's this exhausting cycle of guilt and breaking promises to yourself. You get to the end of the day wondering where all the time went, feeling like you could do so much more if only you could get out of your own way. But what if I told you that discipline isn't about being your own personal drill sergeant? That it's not about brute force or some kind of superhuman willpower that you were born without? What if it's just a skill, a muscle that anyone, and I mean anyone, can build with the right training? The truth is, the most disciplined people out there weren't born any different. They've just figured out a few simple, science-backed ways to turn what they want into what they've done. And today, I'm going to show you how you can do it too. The single biggest mistake we all make when we try to build discipline is aiming for some giant, life-altering leap. We say things like, I'm going to write a book, or I'm going to hit the gym every single day. It sounds amazing, but it's completely overwhelming. And procrastination is almost always born from feeling overwhelmed by how big a task is. The fix? Start impossibly small. This is where the 2-minute rule is a game changer. The idea is simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, just do it. Right now. But you can use this for your bigger goals, too. Want to become a reader? Don't pressure yourself to read a whole chapter a day. Just commit to 1 page. Want to get into running? Don't even think about a 5K. Just focus on putting your running shoes on and stepping out the door. This works because it tricks your brain's resistance to starting. Let's be honest, the hardest part of anything is just getting started. When you make that first step almost laughably easy, you build momentum. Those small wins give you a little hit of dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, and that creates a positive feedback loop that makes it easier and easier to keep going. Discipline isn't about the one big thing. It's about all the tiny, consistent things that build trust in yourself. Here's a little secret. Willpower runs out fast. If you rely on it to make good decisions all day long, it's like trying to hold your breath forever. You're going to give in eventually. That's where routines come in. A solid routine is like the scaffolding that holds your discipline up, so you don't have to waste energy making the same decisions over and over. You can start by creating a super simple morning or evening routine. It doesn't need to be complicated. Maybe it's just making your bed the second you get up, followed by 5 minutes of stretching. Or maybe it's putting your phone away an hour before you go to sleep. These small, structured habits give you stability and cut down on decision fatigue, which frees up your brain power to focus on the things that really matter. A really powerful tool for this is time blocking. Don't just make a to-do list. Schedule when you're going to do those important tasks. Block out specific, non-negotiable times for your deep work, your exercise, and even your downtime. This puts up clear boundaries and shields your focus from the million little distractions that are always trying to steal your attention. In a world of nonstop notifications and infinite scrolling, our ability to focus is shattered. Discipline absolutely requires you to point your attention where you want it to go, and to do that, you have to train your focus just like a muscle. One of the best ways to do this is with mindfulness. Mindfulness is really just the simple practice of paying attention to right now without judging it. It teaches you to notice your thoughts and urges without having to act on them immediately. You can start with just a few minutes of mindful breathing. Sit somewhere quiet and just focus on the feeling of your breath going in and out. When your mind wanders, and trust me, it will just gently bring it back. This simple exercise actually strengthens the parts of your brain that handle self-control and attention. It creates a little pause button between an impulse and your reaction, which gives you the freedom to choose how you want to respond. This awareness helps you see the feelings that usually lead to procrastination and gives you better control over your impulses. When you practice mindfulness, you aren't just calming down, you're actively building the foundation of self-discipline. Look, mastering discipline is a journey, not a destination. It's all about making progress, not being perfect. You don't need to do all of this at once. The most important thing is just to start. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one. Just one of these strategies. Maybe it's using the 2-minute rule for one little habit you've been putting off. Maybe it's setting up a simple 5-minute morning routine. Or maybe it's just trying 3 minutes of mindful breathing. Commit to that one thing for this next week. And let me know in the comments below which one you're going to try. I read every comment, and I'd love to hear about your first step. Imagine a life where you're actually in the driver's seat, where what you do every day lines up with your biggest goals, where you end the day feeling proud and accomplished, knowing you did what you said you were going to do. That's the kind of life discipline builds. It's the bridge that connects your goals to your reality. And it's not about restriction, it's about freedom. The freedom to build the life you really, truly want to live. So start small, be consistent, and watch your ambitions become your achievements.